Hi, Pal One. So, you chose the Oracle card, Magician, and the Mirror. Okay, lots of things came up for your reading. Oh, and I'm getting goosebumps as I tap into your energy. Multiple things. Okay, first of all, some people feel like they cannot, especially, with this clear quartz, some people feel like they can't see you clearly. They feel like they have you sorted out, and then every time they think they have you sorted out, your energy keeps evolving into something else. It's like you become more powerful with each evolution. Another thing, this pal could have been drawn to all three pals. And if you were, hey, hi, thank you for stopping in and checking all three pals. Also, I was called to film the first pal last and the third pal first. And so I never do that. And I'm picking up on this energy of the first shall become last and the last shall become first. So meaning where other people thought that they had you figured out, or where other people secretly think that when they thought that they had you figured out, yeah, and I just got a notification, so that's confirmation. When they thought that they had you figured out, or that they were light years ahead of you, they look up now, or they secretly think now they're way behind you, and they're kind of confused about how did that happen. You know, that's the thing. Is people secretly are, when people secretly think about you, they are confused, discombobulated, upside down, don't know left from right. It's like when people secretly think about you, they secretly think about themselves like, dang, I can't even really figure out pal. And I just saw 222 on the clock as I'm saying this. I can't even really figure out pal one. I don't understand. And so we're using a different layout, pal one. So today we start with the north, which represents the root. And this is going to be about how people secretly thought about you, or what people secretly thought about you when they first met you. Pal. Oh. I just got to download, y'all. Something about this is related to Pal 2. But card 2 is going to represent the east, or the shoot, which is, okay, after their initial meeting, how or what did they think about you secretly as they got to know you. Then card 3 represents the south, or the flower, and this card is going to represent what illusion were they secretly thinking about after they got to know you. So this is like after some time has gone by. This is like after some time has gone by, and now they secretly have an illusion of you because for whatever reason they can't perceive you correctly, or this is just what they are judging, or how they're judging you. And pal 4 represents west, or fruit, and this is how do people secretly think of you now? What do people secretly think of you after it's all said and done, as the person that you show up to in today's chapter, or presently? So pal 1, ooh, Queen of Swords. So when people first meet you, pal 1, they secretly think that you are, I just heard very determined. Yeah, you know exactly what you want, you know exactly what you need. You know exactly what you desire. And you're not folding. You're not backing down. You have been through a lot. You've been through different stages. You've experienced different trials and tribulations. And you know better, so you do better. They see you as somebody who is very accomplished. They see you as somebody who can tough things out. Meaning I'm hearing built for it, tough to last. They see you as someone who is very intelligent, you're not only book smart, but also street smart. They see you as someone who's very savvy, but you're still kind and open. But they secretly think that, like, let me not confuse her openness or her kindness for weakness, because this is somebody who does not play. They see you as someone also who is able to be lighthearted or able to relax and enjoy themselves, not because you're meek or because you're ignorant or because you don't know that there's danger out there. No, you know exactly what is out there and waiting for you, and you're not worried about a thing because you know how to handle it. You know how to let it be known which way is up and which way is down. So people secretly think that when it comes to you, they're confused, but you know exactly what's going on, exactly what's happening. What do people secretly think about Pile 1 after their initial meeting? What do people secretly think about Pile 1 as they get to know them? Three of Swords in reverse. That you did not come to play. As they get to know you, they see that you are kind and some of you all are charismatic. So you're great at communicating and connecting with others, but only to a certain point. And that you have no problem with putting your foot down. So if you have to defend your point of view, your way of life, your perspective, or what you've built, or what you either have or what you desire, you will do so. No if and buts about it. And it's almost like something about being underhanded. Oh, because this is a dream catcher. You know how to catch people who are being underhanded. So also people secretly think that they thought when they first met you, they thought you had boundaries, right? They thought that you were pretty intelligent. But as they get to know you, they realize that it's a lot more serious than they thought. Like you really don't allow any type of like conflict and disagreements and stress in your world. If you have to be confused about where something is going with someone or how something is going to play out, or if you feel like a situation or an environment or a person is unhealthy for you, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. That's your energy. Goodbye. And this leaves people confused because they're like, I thought that I didn't think I was that bad. That's what people secretly think about you. Like, they're confused sometimes about your reaction, because they feel like, yes, because this is the card that represents getting to know someone. So they think that, like, I'm just getting to know you, or we haven't even really fleshed out our relationship or the situation, and you're all ready to cut ties. You're all ready to discontinue the connection. You are ready to dip out. Like, you protect and take care of yourself at all costs. Like, no matter what it requires, you will do what's best for you. And you don't allow superficial friendships or associations, or this desire to be nice and be fake friends, and or social politeness or acceptance to persuade you not to recognize the red flags or deal with the red flags. No, because you have this ability to recognize that it's almost like there are endless possibilities in life. Like, if I am shown that this is not the path for me, or if I am recognizing red flags that make me feel like this is unhealthy, or it seems too confusing to interact with the people who are secretly thinking about you, or it seems too confusing in a certain scenario, they secretly think that you recognize that, oh, that means it's not for me. It means I gotta go. Some people secretly think that you overindulge in comfort, food, activities, vices in order to sustain yourself due to the lack of connections that you have, or due to, like, say for instance, you have to cut somebody off, or say for instance, you have to cleanse your energy, or say for instance, like, you realize that a certain dream needs to be let go and you got to move on to the next one. You comfort yourself you comfort yourself through certain indulgences. Okay, so what do people secretly, or how do people secretly think of Pile 1 that's an illusion? What illusion have they cast about Pile 1 secretly in their mind? Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm being called to look up this elderberry oracle card, so give me a moment. Pile 1, I'm picking up that people secretly believe that something about Braveheart. I feel like that's related to soldiers or something like that. So people secretly think that you will do whatever they have this illusion cast about you that your behavior is extreme. Like, I'm thinking about a soldier that has to cut off their emotions. I'm thinking about a soldier that has to act on, like, yeah, because when a soldier is in the heat of the moment, they just have to do what they're trained to do, or what they're focused on, regardless of how it may affect other people or the implications for their actions. Like, a soldier was trained to achieve a certain goal, and that's what they're going to do no matter what. And that's this illusion that people have about you. Like, you're kind of cold and brash and you're here to get a job done and you're out. Yeah, and that, okay, and that you see your relationships and connections with people as cycles. People have this illusion about you that you're in and out. Like, once whatever you wanted to do or decided to do is done, it's over with and done with. And they can easily be discarded, or that's the way you think about them in situations. And I'm getting this energy of straight to the point with you. People secretly think that you're straight to the point. And your cards are coming out so quickly. And so now people secretly think that this whole time that you had to clear house in order for you to get to where you are. So that's why you had to cut off any and all things that were not serving you or causing confusion in your life, or that's why you were quick to put a stop to situations that were too confusing or causing like obstacles, because it wasn't that you did not have any emotions. It's just that you realized that it was time to start fresh, because nothing was going to grow from those old connections or those old situations. And even if it wasn't situations or people that you've dealt with in the past, you know, like, for instance, there's this energy of when you meet new people, you don't give them a chance to F up. Like, as soon as you even sense the BS, or as soon as you even notice a red flag, like, you're out. It's done. You really follow your intuition when it comes to people, places, and situations. And so where other people thought that was cold or harsh, they're now realizing that you assess people and situations very well, and you know what type time it is. A sixth sense. People also recognize that you have or people also secretly think that you have a sixth sense. And this heavy energy of evolving. And so everything that you've done or that you do is to propel you forward or push you into this transformation or evolution. And sometimes you have to be what other people would see as cold or dark, but really it's coming from a place of self-preservation. It's almost like they realized that they were under an illusion because they don't have the discipline and ability to stand up for themselves. And instead, they just sit and suffer in particular situations and wonder why their dreams don't come true, wonder why they don't evolve. And then they're just frustrated and mad and angry about life. Meanwhile, with you showing up as a magician, you make things happen. You either have all the resources or you go out and find the resources. And anybody who is putting up an obstacle or any situation that's throwing you off of that path has got to be cut. And so people are recognizing this about you now. And then I picked up on that Braveheart energy. I feel like that's an award for soldiers. And so that's the thing. Like, now people want to praise you, give you your flowers, hype you up about how strong and how resilient and how smart and how forward thinking you were to be able to get to the place that you are now. That's what people secretly think about you. Like, people secretly think about all of the obstacles and challenges and roadblocks that were set up for you, or that you endured and you overcame, and people are like in awe of you. Not only that, you came out of those situations looking, I'm picking up on looking better than ever. I'm picking up on a grown man, grown woman, finer than wine type energy. And if you're genderless, same thing for you. You know, I don't want to leave y'all out. Or if you subscribe to both genders, you too, you know. People secretly think that you had to do what you had to do in order to allow your dreams to come into fruition. And when they really sat back and evaluated it, they secretly think about how much your actions made sense, and how you weren't being cruel or cold-hearted or irrational at all. It actually just makes sense. And so with that, Pal One, I'm going to leave it there. I thank you for stopping by. I thank you for checking in. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye. Hi, Pal 2. You chose Deceit Oracle card. And you got the Serpent. So people secretly believe that they could get one over on you. People secretly believe that. Okay, so for the ones who are low vibrational or bad-minded, they secretly believe that they could get one over on you. And for the ones who have your best interest at heart, or who aren't lower vibrational, they secretly believe that you are in danger because you may be too kind or too forgiving and too open to people with bad intentions. People who might want to use you for either your money, your time, your energy, your knowledge, your light. A lot of you all have a lot of light. I just heard that song, Walking on Sunshine. And then there are people who want to take that away from you. It's like take your sunshine and put it in their grasp or put it in their pocket. So for some of you all, you're like, what money would they be trying to steal? You know, I'm not Bill Gates. It's not about your material wealth. It's about your spiritual wealth. And people secretly think that you either need to be more on guard to protect yourself or, you know, set stronger boundaries, while other people think that it's open season for you. And for y'all that don't know what that means, it just means that, like, what you have, whether it's spiritually, mentally, or physically, is theirs for the taking. And so we're doing a new spread today. So this represents north, or the root, which is going to be about how they thought of you in the beginning. What did they secretly think about you when they first met you? And so this card represents the east and the shoot, and it's going to be, okay, so after they initially met you, what were they secretly starting to think about you as time went on? I was about to say Pile 3. Anyway, some of you all may have been drawn to both Pile 2 and Pile 3 if you were, go and check it out. But card 3 represents flower. And so flower, or the south, represents the illusion that was cast upon them after they got to know you for a bit of time. Like, what were they secretly thinking about you that they couldn't see clearly? And then for the fourth card, which is the west, or the fruit, this card is going to represent, what do they secretly think about you now? Now, after everything is all said and done, how do they secretly think about you? And so with that, I'll be right back. I'm going to shuffle the cards before I lay them out, because my camera and the mic is right here. So I can't do it. I can't shuffle without it being too loud for the viewers. So I'll be right back. Okay, Pile 2, I am back. You all are the only pal that I've had to smudge so far. And it's because a lot of lower vibrational people are attracted to you. And that's what other people secretly think about you. Like, what is it about Pile 2 and them attracting all of these lower vibrational people, or negative? I keep hearing bad-minded, like negative people, but it's because of your light. It's because of how bright you shine, you know? It's like moths to a flame. And so, Spirit, what did people think about Pile 2 in the beginning? We have the Nine of Swords. I said Nine of Swords, and that's the Five of Swords. Yeah, people secretly think that you need to defend yourself more. Oh my gosh, because this is the Five of Swords. And look at the cat in the background while her head is turned. Yeah, people secretly think that they can get people secretly think that they can get one over on you, that they could secretly take advantage of you, and that you won't know. In other words, catch you slipping. It's like people believe that as long as I put on a certain facade, or as long as I blend into the background, or as long as I move sneakily, or as long as I'm not too sudden with my plans or my moves or my actions, she won't see it coming, or he won't see it coming, or they won't be aware. I just heard like a thief in the night. And they also believe that people also secretly thought that you were easily persuaded, or able to be easily persuaded to do what they like, or do what they say, or maneuver how they felt it would be best for you. Other people who don't want to take advantage of you just secretly thought that you don't know how to have a certain opinion and stand on it. Or they believe that you're indecisive. Like, yeah, you have two minds. I just heard whichever way the wind blows is whichever way you go. So as people got to know Pal too, what do they secretly think about them? Knight of Swords. People still thought that you need to pay more attention. It's something about, okay, so for this Pal, you all could be a Gemini or have heavy Gemini placements. Because there's a lot of energy of being double-minded, or Mars in Gemini, or moving. Oh, crap. Okay. It's a lot coming in at once. Okay. So for some of you all in the Pal, people secretly thought what I just spoke about before. Like, you need to be more aware of those around you and their true motives, and or you need to be more aware of your surroundings, that you need to keep your eye open and see past what people say, or see past the facade that people try to present to you. Stop looking at things with rose-colored glasses. Whereas for another half of you, or another portion of you, I'm picking up on karmics now, or maybe you were in karmic behavior in the past, or maybe people just thought you had karmic behavior, but people secretly thought that you said one thing and you did another. That you couldn't be trusted. Like, on the outside, you seem like you were cool, calm, and collected, but secretly you were plotting on how to deceive other people, or how to get one over on others. And that you're secretly an agent of chaos, where people were once whole and full of life or zest. You secretly plot to distort that energy or split them in half. Distractions. People secretly thought that you distracted others from their purpose or their goals, or just tried to take people away from their path. Like you're forbidden fruit, or like you're poisonous. Like, you may look shiny or edible or healthy on the outside, but you're really, yeah, you have a deceitful appearance. You're really, some people think you're evil. Some people think you're poisonous. And if this isn't you, people thought that, again, you were too quick to accept people like that. And as they secretly got, I just heard a buzz. Oh, that was from my phone. So that was a confirmation. And as they secretly got to know you, as people got to know you, they also secretly thought that oftentimes you knew better or you recognized red flags, but you had an idealist approach to how you handle situations or how you work with people. So you like, and even if you know better, you still indulge in the fantasy. I don't know. It's this heavy energy of people secretly think, or when as people got to know you, they secretly thought that you see things very clearly or deeper than the surface. But they still couldn't figure out why you would end up in certain predicaments or why certain people continue to surround you, even with this deeper understanding or this hidden knowledge that you knew. Also, people secretly thought as they were getting to know you that you were very creative. But for some of you, you hid it. Others of you, you had this unique ability to blend your creativity with the standard. And this left people in awe. Okay, so what's the illusion that people secretly thought about how to... What's the illusion that people... The judgment. Yeah. That you couldn't make a clear assessment about people. That you always wanted to paint the story in a different light. For some of you all, and I'm picking up again on this like karmic energy, it's like people thought that you paint a story different from reality. Give me one moment. I'm picking up something from this judgment card. Also, that for that karmic energy, there's this illusion of an opportunist. So if you're a karmic, I don't even know why y'all are on my page, because I don't read for karmics, but whatever. Everybody needs healing. If you are a karmic or lower vibrational, people thought that you're an opportunist. Yeah, and it's like you look for people who had a certain light in them. You look for people who had a certain amount of happiness. You look for people who had a certain amount of creativity, a connection to the Most High, to God, to light, to a higher source, and you drain them of it. And you presented yourself like you were a prince, but you were really a frog. And it's like, look, I'm looking at his bloodshot red eyes as if like you're bloodthirsty, a bottom feeder. And it's like they secretly thought you drained the energy out of particularly feminines, especially if you're a karmic masculine. You drain them of their source and their light. You drain them of their energy so that you can use it to uplift yourself. You drain them of their emotions so that you can use it to fuel you and what you need to do. And if on the flip side, this isn't who you are, people secretly thought that you allowed these type of people to control you or manipulate you, or for you to secretly sustain them, or for some of you do their bidding. Like, you allow these people to use you to transform their situation, and meanwhile you got nothing out of it. So where you were once full of, look at the light in their eyes. Look at the sparkle. Now look at how drained she looks. Where you were once full of life and full of zest and clear-minded, they thought that they were under this illusion that, honestly, that it was over for you, that you had been drowned and you'd been possessed or taken over by this karmic energy, and that you would be like stuck depressed or stuck worried or struggling, or you'd always be up under this karmic spell, that you'd never be able to overcome your emotions for this person, that you'd never be able to see the situation clearly. Almost like you fell for the trap and now it's a donezo. Now you're done. Now it's over for you. That's the illusion. Yeah. The illusion is that people secretly thought that you were cooked. That you would allow others to successfully tap into your resources and drain you of all of your energy and light for themselves. Almost like an animal, or almost like an animal being slaughtered to feed someone else. This is dark energy. Yeah, people were under this illusion that it was over for you. But okay, so now we're getting into how people see you now. Because now I'm picking up on the reality of the situation. The outcome is that Spirit always has your back. And because you've always had such a close connection to Spirit, Spirit was always going to guide you through what was going on. Yeah, that was an illusion. It's like when these karmics or these people who thought that they were secretly using you to get ahead in life, what they didn't realize is that Spirit was actually using you, because I'm picking up on light workers in this pal. But even if you don't claim that energy, Spirit, the Most High, whoever you believe in, was actually using you to teach these karmics a lesson, to teach these type of people a lesson. And you, of course. But you were always guided. You were always protected. You were always shielded. You just had to go through to get through, to make it to the other side. And that's what people are secretly thinking about you now. Yeah, the Moon and the Hierophant. It's like people are secretly thinking that you always have a plan. People are secretly thinking that you have angels looking over you that they can't see. Like, people secretly think like you have to be protected by spirit. Hold on, y'all. I'm seeing something I've never seen before in this card. Do y'all see that? Whoa. This is a crow right here. I have never noticed that. Get the out of here. Yes. Okay. This is like your spirit. Okay. This is your spirit, guys. And this is representing your angels. And this is like representing you. Like you've always been held. You've always been guided and shielded and protected by your spirit, guys. And all of the people who were judging your situation and or these karmics, they're the ones who are in the cold on the outside, flying around aimlessly. They're the ones left in the void, in the darkness, waiting to be sucked into this vortex of lower vibrational energy, because that's what they fed into. And so secretly, you had a connection to a higher power that these people didn't even know about. And people secretly think that you were learning lessons about life going through these experiences. So you could either teach other people, like coming up after you, or just people who don't know better themselves. Like, people secretly think you were being prepared to become a leader. Yes, and then let me find, I'm being called to look up the textbook, look into the textbook for this oracle card, Spirit into Matter. And so I'm not going to read the whole thing, but listen to this sentence. She's not waiting for ghouls or ghosts. She fears nothing in these dim lit woods. No, Trillium is waiting on the first fleeting sparks of new life. While she's been awaiting births for millennia, Trillium's recently developed her invisibility. Quietly blending into leaf, mulch, and fern patches, the dark places where ideas are incubated. On the edge of the abyss of all and nothing, she's ready to ease the transition from spirit to matter. Trillium helps with births. She often sees the first spark when others still see darkness. Yes! Because you got the Moon and the Hierophant. That's what I'm saying. It's like people secretly think that you were being prepared for a new life. You were being prepared for greatness, or you were being prepared for the big leagues. Because, you know, it's like new levels, new devils. And so how are you going to learn how to deal with the big fry if you don't learn how to cook the small potatoes? You feel me? Are you following me? It's like people people secretly think now that this entire time they thought that you had just given up, or they thought that you had completely succumbed to these karmics or negative energy, when really you were just birthing something new, and you had a new life that was coming the whole time. It just needed time to grow. And so you allowed other people to deceive themselves, not you, and to plot and plan, while you focused on planting your seeds and growing your garden, because you knew you would be protected the whole time. So why focus on that when you could focus on what you need to learn, what you need to develop, what you need to grow in order to move ahead? So people realize now that, yeah, you really could see things clearly the entire time. You really did have strong mental aptitude. And so with that, I'm going to leave it there. I thank you, Pal 2, for stopping by. Thank you for checking in. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye. Hi, Pal 3. You chose the Thinking Man. And your crystal is the picture jasper. The interesting thing about the picture jasper is that it allows us to see the bigger picture when we connect with this crystal. And when I pulled your oracle cards, I heard wise. So people secretly think that you're very wise. I also heard old wives' tale, which is often seen as someone exaggerating or believing in or using clever words that have no fact-based evidence to it. And you have this ability to help people ground their thinking so that they can have an understanding of concepts in a balanced way, and so that they're not over exaggerating, but also not missing the bigger picture. So for instance, let's talk about the old wives' tale. Feed a cold, starve a fever. Pal 3, you have the ability to explain that concept to people in terms where they understand the benefit of the saying, and they don't just brush it off as insignificant or just a rumbling, you know, just a saying from somebody who has no medical history or understanding. So with that saying, many people would believe it is ignorant to think that you should starve yourself because you have a fever, but you should eat anyway if you have a cold. And to compare the two doesn't make sense. You're the type of person to explain that it has been documented by medical professionals that when you are sick, it is a common behavior to lose your appetite, simply because your body needs to conserve its energy in order to fight off whatever bacterial or viral infection it has. So it's common for people to not want to eat as much because they're sick. And typically a cold is very common. However, if you have a fever for too many days and it gets too severe, it is very important for you to seek immediate care from the doctor, immediate care from a healthcare professional, because that is typically signs of it being more severe than just a regular cold. So when the old wives' tale expresses starve a fever, it's to say that your body is going to exert more energy trying to fight off a more serious illness. And so allow your body to be. There are doctors who recommend that you should not overeat because your body tends to have reserves for energy. However, it is still important to hydrate yourself and to consume what your body can easily digest. But in an exaggerated manner, it may seem like you're starving yourself based off of what you would regularly eat. Because, for instance, when we haven't eaten all day or for lunch or X, Y, and Z, or we've only eaten breakfast or we've only eaten a snack, we tend to say, I am starving. You are typically not starving. You know, just because it's not healthy to maintain that practice consistently, but just because you had one day where you didn't eat enough because you were busy, it doesn't mean that now you've entered into starvation mode. I can't remember how many days it takes for your body to actually starve. You would have to talk to go into starvation mode. You would have to speak to a medical professional or do the research. However, you know, that's just a saying, like, I'm starving. And so the old wives say, and then people can understand that because they use it so regularly. But when they hear an old wives' tale about starve a fever, then all of a sudden people who are against people who use that type of language want to say that, you know, that's ignorant, or what an idiot to say, or that's dangerous to follow that line of thinking. And you're the type of person to explain these concepts. Like, this is what that actually means. It doesn't mean X, Y, and Z. It means this. And so that's what people secretly think about you. Like, even if they don't express it to you, you help them get rid of this dogmatic energy. You help them get rid of or release this desire to be judgmental or only see things a particular way, or if what someone says is expressed in a way that doesn't sound the most educational, or it doesn't sound like it's expressed properly, you allow people to open up their ways of thinking and not automatically judge the situation or the person as ignorant, but as there's actually meaning behind what they're saying. You just have to interpret it a different way. And so today we are using a different spread. And so this card represents the north, or the root, which is how people secretly thought of you when they first met you, or their initial thought process, their initial judgment of you. The card to the east represents shoot. And for those that don't know, the root, the shoot, the flower, and the fruit are all parts of a plant, because this is a herbal deck. And so for the east, this card is going to represent the illusion that they casted upon you when they thought about you after meeting you. You know, it's like, okay, I first meet someone and this is what I secretly think of them. And then after I spend, you know, a certain amount of time with them, or after I'm around them for so long, I have a particular judgment, but it's an illusion because I can't, with the moon, I can't see things clearly, right? And then the third card, which represents the flower or the south, is about, oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Let's rewind. So north, the root is going to be about what they secretly thought about you when they first met you. The east, the shoot card, is going to represent what they were growing to think about you as they got to know you a little bit more, right? They with this moon card, they don't know quite too much. And it's forming an illusion with the flower card, the south. So this is where the illusion comes in. And they see things based off of their judgment or perspective and not necessarily who you really are. And then the fruit represents the west and how people see you now, or as an outcome of reflecting on when they first met you, your actions over time, and who you've grown to be. So now let's get into, what are people secretly thinking of you? What do people secretly think about Pile 3? What did people secretly think about Pile 3 in the beginning? What did people secretly think about Pile 3 in the beginning? What did people secretly think about Pile 3 in the beginning? Okay, Pile 3, people also think that you are a great communicator with this thinking man. Also, it's my King of Swords card. And the picture Jasper is connected to the Leo. Yes. So you could have heavy Leo placements, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or even I'm picking up on Mercury and Leo because of this heavy indication of communication paired with the picture Jasper. Definitely some Mercury and Leo in this pile. Also, you all could be air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, and Mercury too. Heavy Libra energy. In your big three or in your Mercury. And this is what people secretly think about you. Like, you really have a balanced way of thinking. That's coming out very strong. So, what did people secretly think about Pile 3 in the beginning when they first met them? What did people secretly think about Pile 3 in the beginning when they first met them? Page of Wands. What did people think about Pile 3 as they got to know them? What did people secretly think of Pile 3 as they got to know them? What did people secretly think about Pile 3? Sorry, y'all. Y'all won't be able to see the tarot cards, but I will hold them up for you. What do people secretly think of Pile 3 now? So it's interesting that you only got one card for how people thought of you in the beginning. They didn't really think too much of you, you know? At face value, they thought that you were kind of silly, and a little bit naive about life. People thought that you were ungrounded. People thought that you were going for things without a purpose. That you were all over the place. You couldn't sit in one place. That you were going in circles in your life with no clear direction. I just heard having fun and living in the moment. So they secretly thought that you were just having fun and living in the moment. And that you were confused about how the real world or how life really works. They also secretly thought that you were very charming. And that you just got through life based off of your good looks and your charm. Smooth operator. They secretly saw you as a smooth operator. Okay, and so then as they got to know you a little bit more, they thought that you were money hungry. And that whereas when they first met you, they thought that you didn't have any type of goals or any type of purpose about your life or where you were going, they started to secretly think that your only focus was on how to gain material wealth or how to put yourself in a position where you can live a life of luxury. As they got to know you more, they secretly thought that you were very spoiled and pampered. Like people took care of you. And instead of you being confused, it really was that you just did not care. And that the reason why you had the freedom to move based off of your charm and good looks is because other people allowed you to use this to your advantage. So you didn't have to think clearly. All you had to do was focus on, my purpose or my main goal in life is to be wealthy or rich or abundant or live a luxurious lifestyle. And how I get there is how I get there. Like, I'll figure it out as time goes by, you know. but they saw you as someone who didn't really use your time wisely. Yeah, like you had no self-discipline, no structure. As easy as money came in is as quickly as you spent the money, because I'm hearing you didn't work for it. So it's a lot of energy about, and it's a lot of energy about people assuming that things are handed to you, or that you're cared for, or that you just see life as being able to get by on wishful thinking. And there are some people who admired this about you because you seemed so relaxed and like you had so many options available to you without really doing anything too difficult to obtain it. And so this led to this illusion that they secretly fed into, or that they secretly thought about, which was with this Four of Swords. And you see the cat. Can you see? No, I don't think y'all can see the cat. But this cat sleeping, it led to this illusion that all you do is lounge around. All you do is sleep your days away. Some of you all smoke marijuana. So it's like all this person does is smoke weed and sleep, and just takes life casually, lazy. I'm hearing pampered princess. So it led to this illusion that, and I'm really being drawn to stuff just being handed to you. Like, that's all that people saw you as. That's all that they secretly thought about you, is that you were somebody who just possibly smoked weed and slept your day away, or allowed people to just give stuff to you. That you had no care in the world. Nothing stressed you out at all. So while other people were suffering from anxiety and depression, or worrying about how they were going to take care of certain responsibilities, you just allowed them to do all the difficult work while you sat around twiddling your thumbs. And when you weren't up twiddling your thumbs, you were sleeping. Also, that like you allowed other people, it was this illusion that you allowed other people to strategize, that you allow other people to carefully plan out the way situations were supposed to be, or how to get ahead. Yeah, it's almost like people, the illusion that was cast, or the way people were secretly thinking about you in an unclear way, is that you sat and watched how other people went out and achieved their goals, their dreams, how other people got things done, and then you just sat back and copied them, or you just sat back and made yourself available to be along for the ride. And once they did all of the hard work, you just took advantage of the situation. So that's how you were able to be so carefree, so lighthearted. That's how you were able to vicariously live through other people. Yeah, it was this illusion that you were vicariously living through other people, and that other people were supporting your life of luxury or comfortability, even if you weren't traveling or buying designer clothes or investing in real estate or whatever else. driving nice cars, some type of way you were able to just get by based off of others. That's the illusion. And so now people secretly think that you were really experiencing secret battles. You were really going through personal struggles behind the scene, and you kept a cheerful, happy disposition when you connected with other people. The reason why you were so calm and relaxed when you showed up in the world was because you were already dealing with enough behind the scenes. And now they secretly think that the reason why you seem so tired and drained and you needed to rest so much, or the reason why you needed to rest so much, is because you were being drained. And now they secretly think that you have a lot of strength and intelligence to see your way out of those situations or whatever issues that you were dealing with. And instead of allowing yourself to be overwhelmed or taken over by whatever was going on in your environment, you were taking your time to understand what was happening around you, and you were kind of observing how different people moved, how different cycles ended, what happened as a result of people doing X, Y, and Z, or saying X, Y, and Z, or the result of particular behaviors. And then you use that to help you move ahead. And they secretly believe that you have this power within you that you like hold to yourself and you don't share it with other people. It's like with people secretly think that you keep things surface level with them, and that behind the scenes or beneath the surface there is a lot of interweaving happening. There is a lot of integrating a lot of different pieces, and you're not confused at all. You're just like almost calculating. Yes, with this thinking man, it's like you're calculating. So when people don't see you actively moving, or if people don't see you actively sharing your plans and what you have going on, it's because you are strategizing. It's because you are piecing multiple factors and concepts together so that you can come out of a situation, or you can move into your next chapter in the best way possible. And they secretly believe that, or they secretly think that your mind is powerful. I keep getting this, like, people secretly think your mind is powerful, and that they considerably misjudge you. And I'm not seeing the full card, but where they once thought you were a fool, there are certain people who now feel like they were a fool for falling for this illusion that you were just sleeping around the entire time. Oh, that's another download. When people first met you with this Page of Wands, they thought that you were careless with your body. Possibly that you were easy, or that you slept around or something like that. It's coming through. That you were just like someone who had no discernment about who you should connect with on a deeper level and who you shouldn't. You just, for everybody, essentially. And now they see like, no, you were planting seeds to blossom the whole time. You were figuring out how to tango. Yes, because with this picture, Jasper, it's all about balance. You were figuring out how to balance your feelings and your emotions the entire time. This entire time they've known you, you were really figuring out how to level up, how to improve your life circumstances or your situations. And when you were being kind, or when you were being thoughtful, or when you were being open, it wasn't because you wanted to take a ride on their boat or go on their journey. It was because you were trying to invite them to go with you on your journey, because you were really planning to move forward, to move ahead, to get to the next level, whether that's in your career, whether that's in your education, whether that's with the partners you choose, your environment, etc. You were anticipating how you were going to level up, essentially. And so while they thought that they were Mr. Big Shot, who do you think you are? Mr. Big Stuff? While they thought they were Mr. Big Stuff of wherever they were when you met them, you were like, that's why you were so lighthearted when you met them, because you knew that this was small potatoes wherever you were, whatever was going on. Like, this is not my end goal. This is a pit stop. And now people are finally starting to recognize that. And that's what they secretly think about you. And so with that, I'm going to leave it there, Pile 3. I thank you for stopping by. Thank you for checking in. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye.